Welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be doing a review on the Sony LinkBuds speaker. Yeah, I've got this one in front of me. I think it's come out relatively recently. So yeah, we're going to be going around it, going through some specs, doing a sound test, you know, letting you know what I think. Yeah, I haven't done a video for a while. There hasn't really been any speakers, any new stuff coming out, so it's been a bit dry. If anyone's got any recommendations of things to review, new speakers especially, then definitely let me know, because I would be very grateful for those. But yeah, this new Sony then, very interesting, very nice design. It's got this kind of nice texture on it. It feels quite light as well. You've got a little power button at the back. You've got a USB-C port if you wanted to use that, although it does have a dock, so there isn't really any need. It's got a nice little clip to hang it somewhere. On the bottom, you've got a Bluetooth button and a battery button, which will read out how much battery you've got.
Battery, about 60%.
Quite useful. The speaker is forward firing, so it kind of needs to sit like this. On the top, you've got the kind of quick play button, volume up and down, pause, kind of standard stuff, but it's a really nice little design. It also comes with this base, which is kind of got like a marble effect on it. I don't know if you can see that. Obviously got a little cable, USB-C cable routing through there, which is quite nice. But yeah, got a nice little marble effect on this dock, which it can sit on and charge. So you never actually need to plug the speaker in, which is really nice. It does make it a bit, you know, make it look a bit more nice if you were to have it sitting somewhere. And yeah, it looks, you know, it says Sony at the bottom. It's a nice little shape when it's sitting on the dock. So yeah, we'll go through some of the specs. You know, starting with price, retails at £139, which is quite a lot for a speaker of this size. You know, you don't normally see that, but this thing is packing a lot of tech and, you know, cool features. So yeah, to start, we've got a 25-hour battery, which is obviously a very long time for something of this size. So that would be around 50% volume with noise cancelling on. So yeah, you know, not bad at all there. A 10-minute charge will get you 17 minutes of playtime as well, so it does have those kind of new fast charging features that we're seeing now. So yeah, battery wise, especially with something of this size, you're not really, you know, you're never really going to run out, especially when it's got the dock. You put it on the dock, it can even play while it's on the dock, so you're probably never going to have battery problems with this thing. IPX4 water resistance rating, so kind of splash proof, kind of standard there. It's got auto switch features between other LinkBuds products. So obviously you've got this LinkBuds speaker, and then you've got the actual Sony like LinkBuds earbuds. I don't have any of those to test that, but you know, the website suggests that it will auto detect as you kind of come and go. So if you have buds in and you're in the room with the speaker, it will play with the speaker until you leave the house, get out of range of the speaker, and then it will swap to your buds. So it's got quite cool auto switch features if you have the Sony LinkBuds as well. That's just kind of an added benefit here. It's got autoplay, which you can set up in the Sony app. So like almost like an alarm, it will autoplay whatever you select it to at certain times of the day. So you can have it play in the morning, play in the evening before bed. You can have it just literally be auto set up to do that. So that's quite nice if that's something you wanted to do. I don't necessarily wake up or go to bed at the same time every day, so that probably wouldn't work too well for me, but someone on a bit more of a routine would probably quite enjoy that. It's got quick access, so that'd be that button at the top up here. So you can, again, set it up in the app to literally stand alone, like without connection, you know, without connectivity to your phone. You can set it up to play your Spotify playlist when you click that. So it will just, you know, your phone doesn't even have to be connected. You just press that button and it will just start playing your Spotify playlist or whatever else you set up in the app. So that's quite cool. We have seen that feature on similar kind of products. I know the Ultimate ears tend to have that kind of thing as well, but nice to have on a speaker of this kind of size. You don't normally see that. Actual driver wise, we've got one tweeter at the top. We've got another X-balanced woofer at the bottom. And then we've got two passive radiators on the side, so quite a decent little setup. It's a decent size sub for this size speaker as well, so get some good bass. And then obviously the passive radiators on the side help that project out. Tweeter on the top does most of the mids and the highs, so it's got a decent range. You know, sometimes you see these types of speakers, these sizes of speakers that just have no woofer, they just have kind of normal drivers, or they have no tweeter and they just let the woofer kind of try to do the high noises, which doesn't really work. So it's nice that they've gone for a decent range here. So yeah, those passive radiators on the side as well make quite a big difference to bass, as we'll hear later on. There's quite a lot of tech in here as well, obviously, despite all the auto switch and autoplay things we've already heard about, but there's also a sound diffusion processor, as they call it, which just kind of expands the sound, apparently. They don't give you much information on that, and I didn't look too much into it, but if you want to, then it's called a sound diffusion processor. But yeah, just a crazy amount of tech to pack into something of this size. It's great for calls as well. It's got a top-mounted microphone with echo cancellation as well, so no one on the other end should hear their own voice coming out of the front of the speaker. So they've got like a noise cancelling mic on the top, so that's great for if you want to have it connected to your PC, play some music, play some games, whatever. And then when someone calls you, or if you're using it for work and you've got Teams calls and things, then they can all come through the speaker, which is really nice. It can be connected to 2 devices, actually, so you can connect it like to your laptop or your PC and your phone, and it will auto switch depending on which one's currently playing, or the last one to kind of request to play music, if that makes sense. So if you're playing music on your phone and then you get a call on your laptop, it will swap to the laptop and it will swap to the call, which is really nice. It's got that kind of intelligent swapping feature. I did test that briefly and it seemed to work quite well. I was worried that it was going to like swap back to the phone halfway through the call, but it didn't, so that's really nice. And they also can be paired in stereo if you have 2 of these, which would look quite good as well, actually. But yeah, quite a long list of specs for a speaker so small. So yeah, really cool, actually. But yeah, we're going to do a sound test now. Obviously 80% volume or playing royalty. It's going to be kind of bass EQ, no bass boost on, no nothing, although I will talk about that later. But yeah, we'll kind of move it over here. We'll have obviously our frequency range graph over there, and then our actual decibel meter here as well, so we can kind of see what we're getting from it. So yeah, sound test over. I'm aware that is a pretty horrid song to use for these sound tests. I haven't really managed to find anything much better, that actually shows off the full range of a speaker, bass and everything included. But yeah, we still get the vague gist anyway. You can see from our graph over here that we're getting a kind of drop off of bass at, maybe 80, 70, 80 hertz, and then we're getting a drop off of the highs at like 18,000. Which isn't too bad at all for a speaker of this size. And obviously if you adjusted the EQ in the app, you could make it go more one way or the other. When I had it listening the other day, I had the clear bass setting in the settings all the way up to 10, and that makes it sound like considerably more punchy and bass heavy, which obviously is just the sound profile I like. And this was looking a bit more like up to the 50 hertz mark on the low side, which is nice. And then obviously if you wanted to adjust it the other way to get some crisper highs, then you could. But you know, bass EQ is quite balanced. Obviously you can tell it's slightly more kind of bass heavy. It does tend to drop off, you know, quite early. Even at like 3000 hertz, it starts kind of tailing off in the highs. But yeah, you know, for this size with one little tweeter and one woofer, you know, what do you expect? You know, it's really not that bad at all. Volume wise, it's quite impressive for this speaker. I wasn't 100% watching the decibel meter, but it's I think it was getting kind of 70s, 80s, which is quite good for especially seeing as the speaker wasn't even pointed towards the decibel meter either. So that was kind of a silly test. But anyway, it's louder than you'd expect, definitely for its size. You know, if you had it on your desk or something like that, it's loud enough to play anything you're going to want at that kind of range. And yeah, with the bass turned up in the EQ, it's really punchy, and it's you know, so it's a really nice overall package. And the design is nice, the tech is nice, the sound is nice. It is, you know, £139 is a bit pricey, but I think with everything that you're getting, especially if you've got Sony LinkBuds as well, that's just kind of like the added, you'd get some added benefits of compatibility there. But even without that, you're getting a lot of tech, you know, a lot of features and some really balanced sound. So I really like this one. Yeah, let me know if you're going to get it. Let me know if not, and if, you know, and why you're not. But yeah, I'll be looking forward to reading the comments.